All right, welcome to episode 3 of the Panelists podcast. I'm your host Tyrus, and we got Clearwater Comics, and we got I'm So White and Nerdy. We're hoping that B Solo can join us a little bit later. He was supposed to join, but I think he's either making a video or he's still sleeping or something. But yeah, we're gonna have a good talk about Superman. Gonna have a superhero movie draft at the end. So yeah, and we also have a guest this week. These guys don't know who it is yet, but I'm very excited. You guys already know by the title. But yeah, big guest today. Very excited to talk Superman with them. It's gonna be a great time. Yeah, let's do it.
Dog. Hell yeah.
Yo, is this thing on?
This thing is on.
There it is.
My wall. Wait 1 second. There we go.
What's up?
What's up?
How's it going?
It's good.
How you doing, Brandon?
Good. I woke up like an hour ago.
Me too.
So.
Me too. Yeah. All right. Well, how's everyone's week going? We'll start with our special guest, Brandon, Cozmik Collector. How are you doing? What you been reading? Yeah.
My week's going good. I mean, I've just been working like nonstop. I just got my first day off today, so I'm
Nice.
chilling. But I've been reading Detective Comics by Paul Dini.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty good. It's like the omnibus, so I'm
Nice.
slowly working my way through that.
Cool. Nice. I'm So White and Nerdy. What about you? How's your week going? What you been reading?
Pretty much the same shit. Just been working all week. Yesterday was my only day off. I got work here in like an hour, which I'm not looking forward to. But I've been catching up on the Titans run. I just got 7 through 15 yesterday at McKay's, so I've just been blasting through that.
Nice.
The current one?
Yep.
Oh, dude, that was good.
I haven't read any Titans yet. I need to get on that for sure. All right. And Clearwater, what about you? How's your week going? What you been reading?
I'm seeing a trend here. I've just been working all week. My first day off was yesterday, but I do have another day today. And I've just been reading Invincible. Ended up getting my girlfriend to watch the show for the first time.
Nice.
And I got all 3 compendiums for $100, so I'm going through the entire series, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Nice. That's a pretty good deal. I've also been reading Invincible. I finished the compendium like a week ago or something, and I read it in like 4 days. Like I was like just nonstop reading. It's so good. But yeah, no, I got to work like 2 or 3 days this week, and then I've been helping my buddy with his Spider-Man fan film. Been doing cinematography for it and a little bit of acting, playing Flash Thompson. So yeah, that's been my week. But here, let's move on to our first topic of conversation, which is Superman. Superman movie is out, and it's pretty amazing. I think we can all agree. But I think we should go in depth on it. Brandon, do you want to give your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I've seen it 3 times.
Me too.
I think the first time I was kind of watching it from like the eyes of like, oh my god, I love Superman.
Mm-hmm.
So like I wasn't like catching all the little Easter eggs and stuff like that. I was just too busy like in amazement. Second time through, I like started actually like looking for things and stuff like that. Like I saw are there spoilers? Are we doing spoilers or no?
Yeah, we'll do spoilers. All right.
Okay,
yeah,
I just didn't want to
spoiler
spoil
warning.
anything just in case.
If you haven't seen Superman for some reason, skip ahead. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, I didn't see like the mural in the Hall of Justice the first time, stuff like that. So I caught that my second time around, and then my third time was a really fun viewing because I took my little brothers to see Superman,
Nice.
and they're not super big into comics or anything like that. My little brother, like my littlest, he's like 6. He loves Superman. He loves like Captain America and stuff like that. So I thought he would enjoy it, and he really did. So it was a really awesome experience. Seeing it because I went with my mom, my 12-year-old brother and my 6-year-old brother, so it was like different like generations are viewing like Superman through different lenses.
Nice.
And they all loved it for like a different reason, and I thought that was a cool showing of how well James Gunn did at making a movie for everybody,
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Clearwater, we'll move on to you. What were your initial thoughts of the movie?
I absolutely loved it. Genuinely, I have not felt this way about a superhero movie since Across the Spider-Verse, which I think speaks leaps and bounds. Genuinely a magical experience. And I just want to point out how well James Gunn is at world building, the way that he's able to give little Easter eggs to other things. Sorry, I have a dog and he's sticking his toy. I apologize about that. But again, the way that he's able to just go through and build all these different details through the mural, or calling, Superman a Martian, or, showing the tacos factory and the zesty cola, the way that he's able to add all these little details to show a bigger picture of what the DCU really is just absolutely brilliant. Now, I've only seen it one time, but I would love to go see it again.
Good, yeah. What about you, White Nerdy? What were your thoughts?
I've also only seen it one time, but I thought it was fantastic. I thought James Gunn did really well with the casting and, kind of letting every supporting character have their moment while it's still being a Superman movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought like the cinematography and everything was really well done too, especially in like the Mr. Terrific scene where he's using his like T spheres and everything.
Yeah,
I thought that shit was peak.
Yeah, that was a great scene. Great scene. Yeah, that was probably my favorite action scene in the movie. But this movie just had so many like just notable, like just great moments that I just wasn't expecting. Like Guy Gardner had his moments to shine. Hot Girl, of course, Mr. Terrific with that awesome, phenomenal scene. And then especially, I think one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie is with Pa Kent when he's telling him that he's proud of him, and that your decisions are what define you, not like your background and all that. I thought it was really well done. It made me tear up all three times that I saw it. So good.
I like to tell people that I smiled all the way through, except when I stopped to cry.
Dude, exactly. That, yeah, no.
Yeah, and that was the scene that has all three times gotten me.
Yeah, it gets me. And also the scene with when Lex Luthor is talking about Galileo and Einstein and how they're twits compared to him, and he's smarter, and he knows that he's envious, but that's what drives him. He's like, I'm not an idiot. I know that I'm envious, but that's what like gives me my power. I think that scene is like so good, and Nicholas Hoult is just like I can't imagine anyone else is Lex Luthor now. Like he's honestly one of my favorite villain castings like of all time. I think he was phenomenal.
I'm with you. Yeah,
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
it felt ripped like straight out of the comics.
Oh yeah. What'd you guys think of the dynamic between Superman and Lois? Do you think it was the best Superman and Lois we've gotten, or do you think there's better?
I think they're the best castings for Superman and Lois that we've gotten.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've explored it enough to say it's the best relationship we've gotten on screen. Like, obviously, I think in another movie it could build to that. Because, they're only 3 months into their relationship.
Right.
We got that build up to them saying, I love you for the first time, which is really cool. They did the relationship really well. But for, like, people like, Tyler Hoechlin and Bitsy, who had, like, 4 or 5 seasons of being Superman and Lois, Christopher Reeves, and I forget the actress's name, but they had 4 whole movies. That chemistry has given a lot of time to develop. We've only gotten, 30 minutes of this movie of Superman and Lois. So right. I think giving it another movie, and they'll definitely be up there.
Yeah, no, for sure. What was was there anything in the movie that you were like expecting more of, or maybe expecting less of, like characters that were announced in the trailer or something, but you didn't expect them to have that much screen time? What were your guys' thoughts?
I expected Crypto to have like a bigger part in the movie rather than just being like, I don't want to say like kind of like a gag character, but almost kind of like a gag character just for like that comedic relief and everything. I thought they'd, build more on that relationship between Superman and Crypto. But I mean, other than that, I feel like the movie, hit all of my expectations on the head.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish we got is more Clark.
Yeah,
just like a little bit more Clark.
I feel like we only got,
it didn't take me out of the movie or anything, but
yeah, I feel like we only got 3 scenes or something with Clark.
Yeah, I mean, I like to say also the interview was kind of Clark. It was a very Clark / Superman scene, but I would like to see more Clark, and I'm upset that they confirmed that he doesn't wear the costume under his clothes because he'll never get the. Yeah. That's so upsetting.
It is.
Because I knew we weren't going to get the phone booth. I mean, phone booths don't exist anymore, but I was hoping we'd at least get the classic
Yeah, that would have been sick. I wish.
Maybe like that.
Yeah.
I do wish we got some more of Jimmy and Clark's relationship. We only really got that one scene, and that's like that. And again, it's not one of those things that I'm like, oh, it takes a point off. But dude, I would have loved to have seen them interact more, because that one scene, I mean, it shows the relationship really well, but that's all you get.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, just Jimmy and Superman as well. I was hoping he'd have like the watch, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not to that point yet. And I saw someone bring this up. Jimmy like never had a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that when I was watching.
that.
Yeah, he never had a camera in the
I didn't
movie.
notice that
I mean,
either.
it's
You're
like
right.
it's fine. He was a side character.
Yeah.
And he was working at the Daily Planet, so I'm sure he wouldn't wear his camera while he's at his desk. But I thought maybe when he got in the ship, he would have a camera on him.
Yeah.
Just to get them some flicks, but I guess not.
Yeah. I was expecting not to see as much of Metamorpho. He like had a bigger role than I thought, which I'm very happy about. I wasn't a huge fan of his recent comic run, but still seeing that he was going to be in live action, I was like, oh, that's like really sick. 'Cause he has great powers, but I wasn't expecting like him to be in 20-30 minutes of the movie. Like he's in it for
creating a whole
decent
sun
amount.
in the prison was sick.
Yeah, that was good scene.
I'm with you on that new run.
It was just okay. I stopped after issue 2.
I pushed my way through it, and it was like Al Ewing trying to create like the golden age feel of the character, and that's why I don't read golden age comics.
It's a little difficult.
Yeah.
Recently, James Gunn announced that one of the JSA members in the Hall of Justice on the mural on the wall is portrayed by a big actor. Who do we think the character is, and who do we think the actor might be?
I think they're just bringing back Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
That's what I think it might be. Yeah.
But I could also see Wildcat being someone like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, John Hamm, Hugh Jackman, something like that.
That would be pretty good. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as him would be. That'd be a good casting. Yeah.
I just want to see him as Thomas Wayne so bad. Like, I really need that in my life.
I think if they do Thomas Wayne, they should get Affleck back. Let him be.
Yeah, that's
honestly,
fair.
Yes.
I'm not against that at all.
But I do like because Jeffrey Dean Morgan played him in BBS, right? He played Thomas Wayne.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
I thought
did.
so.
That's right. I forgot
So
about
he
that.
he would be a good Flashpoint Batman too.
Yeah.
Are any of y'all Walking Dead fans?
Yes, I've seen the
a
first
little bit.
9 seasons, and then after that, I couldn't keep going.
Well, BBS came out right after the thing that happened with Negan showing up on screen, who's played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and he kills Stephen Yeun's character, who was in a relationship with Lauren Cohen's character, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happens, and she ends up hating Negan because of it. And then BBS comes out, and Lauren Cohen is Martha Kent, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Thomas. Oh no, sorry, I said Martha Kent. I'm sorry, Martha Wayne, and then Jeffrey Dean Morgan's Thomas Wayne. So they have a relationship, which is really funny because of the fact that they hate each other in The Walking Dead, but then now they're the wonderful parents of Bruce Wayne.
I somehow didn't
Like,
put
back
that
to back.
together.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was really funny whenever I saw it because like Walking Dead was a big thing with my family, and we were all like, "There's no way they did this." But yeah.
Yeah. What's your guys' rankings for at least the main Superman actors? Brandon, we'll start with you. At least your top 3.
What are there, 5 total? Or at least like the main 5.
Yeah.
I'd go like in terms of like their portrayal as Superman, like writing included and everything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if we're including writing, I'm gonna put Henry Cavill at 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Brendan Ruth at 4.
Is that the Superman Returns Superman?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put Hecklin at 3, Reeves at 2, and Cornsweat at 1.
Nice. Okay.
I love his portrayal of Superman. I genuinely
Yeah, he's great.
It was a bit. Yeah.
White Nerdy, what about you?
I'll go Reeves at 1 because I grew up with him. A little bit of nostalgia factor in there. Then I'll go Cornsweat at 2. Cornsweat would be at 1, but I just need more from him. It's just one movie. Can't really give him the one spot off of one movie. Then we'll go Hecklin, then Brandon Routh, then Henry Cavill.
Okay. And then Clearwater, what about you?
So I'd really hate to be the one to say all this. I've only ever seen Henry Cavill and then now David Cornsweet. I've not seen any of the others. So my ranking would go Cavill and then Cornsweet. And I'm very sorry to say that, but that's what it is.
Wait, like Cavill first?
Oh, no. Cavill last and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
And I do think Henry Cavill had the potential to be a fantastic Superman.
He really did.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, I think he would probably be the biggest or the closest in terms of looks to what I imagine Superman would look like in real life. But I do think Zack Snyder just really did not understand the character. And that's where we are.
Yeah, I totally agree. I kind of like you, Clearwater. What's up, Caleb?
Good.
Sorry for the late appearance.
No worries. How you doing?
Good. Don't mean to cause a tangent or anything, but fam's upstairs drying off from swimming, so figured I could hop in and chat about some comics with everyone.
Hell yeah, dude. Sounds good. Well, we got Cozmik Collector in here. We got Brandon, special guest.
Dude.
We're talking Superman right now. What were your initial thoughts of Superman, Caleb?
Dude, it was so good. Honestly, like it's made me look at comic book movies, I feel like, a little bit more critically. Just because, like, I feel like Marvel does really good adaptations, but Superman felt like I was just watching, like, Superman the Animated Series or reading a Superman comic.
Yeah.
So it just felt more faithful.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And right now we just got almost done with ranking our rankings of the Superman, the different actors. And so my turn, and then we'll move on to you. So I think I've only seen 3 of the Superman actors: Henry Cavill, Christopher Reeves, and David Cornsweet. Oh, and I think we got B Solo now too. Cool, full house. But my ranking for the Superman are 3. I unfortunately have to put Cavill. I think he's really solid, but just what he had to work with was just not great, which is really unfortunate because I think he really does have the look and he's got the acting skills, but just Zack Snyder didn't really know how to portray Superman correctly. And then number 2, I got Christopher Reeves. I have only seen the first one with him, so that might, not it might bump him down a little bit, but I thought he was good. It feels a little dated, and so that does drop it a little bit more for me as well. But then I got Cornsweet at 1. He's just so good. He just has the perfect Superman look. His performance is amazing. He's a great actor. I can't wait to see him in more stuff. So, yeah. And then Kayla, what about you? What's your ranking for the Superman actors?
I won't lie. I'm about to be exposed. I haven't tapped into the Christopher Reeves movies.
That's fair. That's okay.
I don't know if it's because, like, the date that it came out, but, like, with all the Superman hype going on, I've been kind of telling my wife that we should check them out. But I'd say with what I am familiar with, I think I'd go Brandon Routh, or Routh, however you pronounce his last name, at, like, the bottom. And then Henry Cavill above him. And then I would definitely agree with David Cornsweet being number 1.
Yeah, he's too good. He's great.
I agree. The outdatedness of Superman 78 is kind of what put Christopher Reeves down. It wasn't necessarily his portrayal.
Right.
It's a movie from the 70s and the 80s. Like,
yeah,
there's older movies.
He's a great Clark Kent. I thought he was like maybe better than Cornsweet in that way.
I agree.
But yeah, it being old and not being able to see him do all the Superman stuff, it kind of brings it down for me a little bit. But yeah.
Well, yeah, once I watch those movies, I'll have to kind of rethink my ranking once I've actually seen his portrayal, because I've heard really good things about Christopher Reeves.
I would just go ahead and just watch 1 and 2. You're good on 3 and 4.
I've heard they're bad.
3 and 4 are not good.
Yeah, you're good on those.
Okay. And then last topic, at least that I can think of for our Superman conversation. What do we want to see next in the DCU that hasn't been announced yet? And then maybe who are some actors that we want to play those future characters? Brandon, we'll start with you.
So like characters that have not been announced.
Characters that have not been announced yet.
I would love to see Justice League Dark and the characters associated with that. Zatanna, Constantine, obviously Swamp Thing's been announced, but like Detective Chimp, we are getting Dr. Fate, characters like that. I am a huge fan of Lakeith Stanfield, and I think he would be such a good Constantine. And I have been pushing for him to be Constantine for so long, and I really hope he ends up being Constantine. Zatanna is more open. There's a lot of great actresses who I think could portray her. But, I just really want Justice League Dark. I really want them to kick off that magical side of DC, because I think it's something that DC does really, really well that's not explored enough.
That'd be really cool. I haven't read any Justice League Dark. What are, like, your recommendations for that, so I can get into that?
New 52 Justice League Dark by Jeff Lemire is phenomenal. And the Constantine book by Ray Fawkes ties into it. I would also go James Tynion's and Ram V's Justice League Dark run, which is like post Rebirth. It's like that pre-Infinite Frontier era, like early 2018, 2019. Those are both just really good Justice League Dark books. And then there's a team up between Wonder Woman and Justice League Dark called The Witching Hour. That one's also really good. It's when she was on the team.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
All pretty good stuff.
Nice, yeah. And then what about you? We'll go Clearwater Comics. What are your future hopes for the DCU?
I just want to say the Lakeith Stanfield casting as Constantine genuinely gave me chills. I haven't thought of that or heard that. It was really good. I would also love to see Etrigan. But if I had to pick anything, which I know that I believe they are going to go in this way, but I really want a genuinely expanded take on all Lanterns. I know we're getting the Lantern TV show and Sinestro has been cast, but I want to see everyone. And I mean, if you could go page to movie within in the entirety of Jeff Johns, everything that he had planned out. And I want that to come to fruition with almost an in-game level event, with it being Blackest Night. If I could get that in my life, I would be so happy. But it can't happen immediately. I don't want them to start off with that. That needs to be something that builds over time. Mm-hmm. And then it ends up being this full, I want to see everything happen. Even if they have to build to Infinite Crisis and then move into Blackest Night, I'm game. I need to see it happen.
I think we're going to get the other Lantern Corps and Lanterns. Because they said that it's just because it's grounded doesn't mean it's not going to be in space. And with them trying to solve some mystery, I'm really hoping they go from core to core trying to solve it. And we get maybe a little bit of the Red Lanterns, a little bit of the blue. Hopefully the Indigo Lanterns. That would be really cool.
I thought I heard different, that it was going to be more on Earth.
They said it was an Earth-based grounded story, but he also said that it does not mean that they're not going to explore the cosmic side.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means for it.
Okay, cool. Because that had me worried that it was just gonna be on Earth with the lanterns. I'm like, it'll still be cool, but I want to see them doing their space stuff. That's when they're the coolest.
Yeah. I want to see Saint Walker so bad. Okay, I want to see Saint Walker and Larfleeze.
Saint Walker and Larfleeze. I need
Atrocitus. I need it all, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Dexter the cat.
Yeah, Dexter, Arkillo. I want to see them all. Okay, I want to see everybody.
Yeah, and then what about you, White Nerdy? What do you want for the DCU?
They kind of already said two of my really wants. But I will say for Justice League Dark, I need Deadman. In there, and then I need the Question. I need a Question project.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that'd be sick.
With all the hype that Rorschach has been getting through edits on TikTok, I could see the Question becoming an A-list character after a movie.
Bro, I fell in love with him in Justice League Unlimited when he had the episode with Huntress. That shit was peak.
Yeah.
Caleb, what about you? What do you want for the? Oh, sorry, Cozmik. Were you about to?
Oh, I was gonna ask if you had a fan cast for the Question.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not too good with fan casts. My only fan cast, it's not for the Question, but for Plastic Man, the dude from Henry Danger, not the kid, but the adult.
Yeah, Captain Man.
That's solid.
That's actually that's pretty good. Yeah. I kind of want Ben Schwartz for Plastic Man. He's a pretty popular one, or a pretty popular fan cast, but he's my favorite fan cast.
He said he wants to play the character.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think that one would be
He did.
cool. And then Caleb, what do you want for the future DCU?
I know it's already been announced, but I've been super hyped about it, and I can't wait for some casting announcements. But how they announced that they're doing their own Teen Titans movie, because like growing up, that was one of my favorite cartoons. And then when they announced the live action Titans, like I liked some of the casting choices, but like just overall what they did with the show, I didn't really care for. So I'm really hyped for them to get a like.
Oh, he cut out.
Uh-oh.
Where'd he go?
Cut out.
Then to get a invincible title card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need right there.
Oh.
The pose stuck in is so funny.
Yeah, poor guy, man.
But I guess since Caleb's frozen, what lineup do you guys want for the Titans? I personally want the OG lineup with Donna Troy, Aqualad, Kid Flash, Wally. I need that.
That'd be sick. Do you have
Well,
any? Sorry, you go first, Brandon.
Oh, my fault. Well, I would love the OG Titans with them starting in the middle of the universe. I don't know if they would put those Titans in just because they'd be all adults by this time, which sucks because I would love to see like Robin and Cyborg and Raven and Beast Boy, like the animated show. My thought process is they're probably just going to do it like Rebirth. Like as soon as Damien's done with Brave and the Bold, he's going to go off and start the Titans. And it's going to like combine Young Justice, so it's probably going to have like Tim in it to start. A younger Raven, a younger Beast Boy, maybe Aqualad. Starfire will probably be like a mentor. Maybe incorporate some of the later ones that came in. But I would love to see the 2003 lineup because that's one of my favorite animated shows of all time.
Do you have a fan casting for those characters?
Oof, no good ones.
No good ones.
Yeah, no good ones. I'm trying to. I do have one for Aqualad. Do you guys remember the guy who played Wallace West on the CW?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I feel like he would be a really good Aqualad. I think that would be a pretty. I forget his name, but I like him for Aqualad.
Well, Caleb's gone, but hopefully he'll come back. Oh,
there it is.
there he is.
We're getting it figured out. We're working through it.
Hey, I gotta head out for work though, so
Okay,
I'll see y'all later.
sounds good. Have a good day at work.
You too.
Is this recorded or is this live streamed?
No, this is recorded. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
Gotcha.
I don't know if you were wondering, but we did the intro before you came in. So if it felt weird that we just like jumped into it, we did do an intro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do we have anything
that?
else?
My phone overheated.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. We were like, what the hell happened? Do we have anything else we wanna touch on about Superman?
I do. I kind of want to go off of what he said about how it felt like a comic book. I think one of my favorite things about the cinematography was and the way it was filmed is the scene changes and how it felt like really flipping the page of a book.
Yeah.
Like one of the best examples is whenever the little baby kaiju comes out and he's like blowing fire, and then the guy's like, "Oh, he's kind of small, isn't he?" He's like, "He'll get bigger," and then it immediately switches to him bigger in the city,
Yeah.
and that's just so reminiscent of a comic book. Like you just flipped a page and oh my god, it's action.
Yeah.
And I think all those scene switches felt just like that.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Yeah.
One scene I want to discuss. This is more on cinematography than it's just comic bookness, but I just want to like again just really talk about it. The scene where the kids are all praying, like Owen's praying, calling out to Superman while holding up the flag, and then it cuts to the flag raising, and then as the flag is fully revealed, the score drops and the Superman theme plays. Chills.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the scene of Superman coming out of the dust of the building.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Chills.
Proof
bro.
that you
What are
can
we talking
have
about?
aura and still be Superman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because again, I know a lot of people are comparing that scene to the scene of like Henry Cavill coming down from the sky and the people like on the flooded building with the S on the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same thing. Okay, one, you have a god among men. One, you have a man among humanity. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
One, the
so
person
good.
is actively struggling on top of a house. The other one, Superman's looking back to make sure the person he just saved is okay.
Exactly.
Like-
Exactly.
Yeah, you could have saved the girl off the house first, then watched to make sure she was okay from above. That's different. But you're just watching her as her house is like destroyed, and you're just sitting there aura farming above her.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty cool portrait you did there.
Yeah, I heard something from I think it was on the Escape Pod podcast. I was listening to them the other day, and they made a great point, which was at the end of Man of Steel, when Lois and Clark have their first kiss. They're standing on top of like a broken building, and they said that essentially while they're having their first kiss, they're standing above like dozens and dozens and dozens of dead bodies, and that just doesn't feel very Superman. And I totally agree. It was so much more well done in this one when he's, saving just one lady in her car from this giant building, instead of, going off and doing and fighting some other thing. He's like, no, I got to make sure this one person is okay. I think they did a much better job.
That and also when you say the lady. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say that kind of some other points that I've seen are like people trying to complain that, oh, you all disliked Man of Steel because of like the endless amount of destruction and death that happened in Metropolis, and they were trying to say that like there's just the same amount or equal of destruction from like the wormhole and all of that with the buildings. But the difference between the two is like this Superman is actively like saving the city. We get to see an evacuation scene. He's not going out of his way to like punch Zod through buildings, not caring about who's inside said building.
Yeah, Henry Cavill's Superman was just like complacent in like what was equivalent to like 10 9/11s. Like that was bad writing.
Superman was actively every time like when the when the kaiju like fire blasted that building, he immediately turned around and was like, hey, is everyone okay?
Yeah.
And when they gave him the okay, that's when he went back to action.
Mm-hmm.
And I think another one of my favorite just like little scenes that really sold me on his Superman was when he saved the lady from underneath the foot, and when they got to the roof, he was like, hey, just breathe, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And then like that's so he didn't just drop her off and fly off. He made sure to comfort her, be like, it's gonna be all right, I got this, and then went back to what he was doing.
Yeah, and then he saved a squirrel, which is Superman.
A dog.
And then a dog, yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if y'all...
I'm waiting for the cat in the tree.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have got the same experience I've gotten, but like I posted 2 pictures of a review, right, where I just said how great it was, and I went through like a very vague little, hey, here's my thoughts on it. And I've gotten over like 600 comments of just nonstop, like literally the super shit. That line has been said so many times, or like, I genuinely think that like Lex Luthor is working with these like little monkeys that are just all typing this shit out, because it's just nonstop. And it's like the things that I'm hearing complaints about are so silly. Like the only thing that I've heard a solid complaint on is the Jor-El situation, which I think that will be solved later. I don't think that's actually what happened. And even if it was, I get that being a complaint. But that's the only thing I've heard that's solid. Everything else has just been, dude, what are you even complaining for? Yeah. I had a guy say it was too comic booky. And it's like, what are you watching? What are you going to
I was in a live the other night. Someone said it had no plot. I was like, did you watch the movie? Like, 2 guys came up and they both didn't like the movie, but one guy had some valid criticisms. Like, I just am not a fan of James Gunn's style. And it's like, that's fine. That's an objective. Like, if you're not a fan, you're not a fan. The other guy had to be rage baiting. He was like, nah, there was no plot. I was like, you didn't watch the movie.
Yeah.
Even this guy who didn't like the movie said there was a plot. He just didn't like it. Like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, no. Right. I post a lot of Superman videos, so, like, I'll get a lot of, like Snyder bots in there all the time.
Yeah.
But it's nothing compared to what you see on Twitter. Like,
I've heard Twitter's real bad with it.
It's bad. Like, that's where I go for a lot of comic book news. So I have to scroll through it's the, like, worst, like, whiniest, most just jobless stuff I have ever seen in my life. Just, like, it's like they sit on Twitter all day and just trash David Cornsweat's Superman, James Gunn's Superman, restore the Snyderverse over and over and over. 30 posts an hour, and it's like, dude, just give it up. They're not coming back. If you don't want to watch the movie, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a firm believer that Warner Brothers thought they were doing good by letting Zack Snyder release his Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. However, I believe they did more harm than they did good.
Yeah, if they would have just and I like that movie.
I didn't like it either, but yeah, they should have just let it die, because now they've released it and now everyone gets to see like what Zack Snyder wanted, and that just fed the whole like Snyder bots.
Yeah, and it sucks because it makes it harder for people who just genuinely enjoy his movies, which again is totally fine. That's an objective thing if you like the movies, but like now that they're being like drawn into this, like they're part of it. Like I have friends who like the Snyder movies. I don't hate their taste. Like if you like the Snyder movies, that's your opinion. But like now these people who are genuinely just like nonstop haters, they're being like drawn into just for being associated, and it's a bigger rift in the comic book community.
Mm-hmm.
I like to take shots at the Snyder movies all the time, but at the end of the day, it's just fun. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
What I think's wild, man, is like I've gotten a lot of comments because I know like Fox News did a thing called it super woke and making an MS-13 joke.
Oh my
getting
God.
all the comments about it being too political, and it's like, dude, if you're a fan, like I get, if you're not a fan of comic books, you don't like, and you're just there for like the film aspect, that's a bit different. But if you are a comic book fan and you're going to complain that a movie is too political, when that has been the forefront of comics since their start, is to be a place for them to talk about politics in a more, I guess, creative medium. It doesn't make any sense to me to complain that it is too political.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's always been, political, like since the jump, especially
Exactly.
Superman. And it's crazy to me that this is the primary complaint that I've seen is that it's too political or that it's too woke or whatever bullshit.
Dude, the everything is woke now crowd has to be
It's
the
so annoying.
corniest crowd of people.
I said in my Superman review that I posted yesterday on TikTok, I said, if sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Holy shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. I said if what did I say? One sec. I'm cutting this out.
Leave it in.
Leave it in.
Well,
But glad I was able to join up. But my phone's at 1%, so I don't want an awkward little getting booted out like my phone overheating.
Uh-huh.
you were froze for like a solid 15 seconds too.
You were.
Like in that same
That
spot.
makes sense.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
no, I
laughing
was
about it. It was a fun time.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how it overheated when I went back inside, but that's funny.
Okay, I figured I was gonna say. Yeah, I think it's crazy that they're calling it woke when I'm like, literally the only message that they're pushing is to try to do the right thing and be a good person. And so if that is being woke, or if you think that's being woke, you have issues. Like you got some problems
Yeah.
because that's not being woke. That's just called having a moral compass.
Yeah. And it's like, it definitely did have some political commentary on like what's happening now. But like,
Yeah.
even that, it was like the base, like, hey, this is happening to these people. This is wrong. And you should look at the movie and go, that is kind of wrong. It is very wrong.
Yeah.
You shouldn't go, oh, this is woke. No, it's just like, this government is attacking these civilians. Superman should save them. That's just basic human decency.
Yeah,
I don't know,
I
man.
agree.
They're just, like I said, everything is woke is just so corny. At some point, you just got to point and laugh and move on. Like,
Yep, I agree. All right, do we have?
And also,
Go ahead.
I've been getting a lot of the people complaining about Superman being too, I can't remember the verbiage that's being used, but the fact that he shows emotion and he's not, like one guy said that he wasn't masculine and stoic. And that's why he didn't like him. And it's like, what are you looking for in this character?
Because
I don't understand.
That was exactly one point I made in my Letterboxd review. Is I said that he was a little whiny and he was a little like he had some toxicity in being like kind of pushing away the negative conversation that he was having with Lois by just being like whatever, like I'm just gonna leave, like there is no problem. Like he's showing that, but it's, even though it's toxic and like not exactly healthy, it shows his humanity and it shows that he's still like a real human, even though he is an alien. It gives him that humanity, and I think that was really important. And so I don't really understand that whole argument of like, oh, he wasn't masculine enough, or he wasn't he was whiny, is what I've heard a few times, and I'm like, yeah, he was, because he's a person. He's not going to be perfect. So
I saw a lot of people saying they didn't like it because he was weak. And I think that's so crazy because for years and years, people will talk about like Superman's boring, criticizing Superman because he's too overpowered. I don't like Superman because he's too powerful. He can't be beat. So finally, James Gunn makes a Superman movie where he doesn't lose to like Green Arrow. He
Right.
loses to a clone of himself that is stated to be stronger, and a person who is created to beat him, and a mastermind controlling both of them.
yeah,
Like, he's not... like, of course he's going to get beaten. They were engineered to beat him. But, yeah, he's a little bit weaker. And, again, I think that even drives the point further that he knows he's weaker, but he's going to keep getting up and keep fighting because he's Superman. And I think that's so much more compelling than a god that just beats everything.
Yeah, I totally agree. My brother had that argument when I saw it with him for my third watch. I went and saw it with my little brother, and that was one of his arguments. He was like, "Yeah, Superman was just a little too weak. Like I felt like he just kept getting like the shit beaten out of him." And I'm like, maybe like twice in the movie he got like fucked up, but like he was okay. One of the times there was literally kryptonite that was fucking him up, you know. And so like, but he held his own. Of course, he's Superman.
It's not too late to put him up for adoption.
That is true. That's true. He's not 18 yet.
My favorite moment of viewing with my little brothers is when he came out of the smoke. My little brother goes over to me. He goes, "This Superman has aura." I said, "Yeah, he does."
Yeah, he
That's so
does.
funny.
Yeah, he does.
He's 12. Yeah, he was. And he doesn't like comic books at all, superheroes or anything like that. So when I took him, I was like, I really didn't know what to expect, and he loved the movie.
Nice.
I mean, the 6-year-old thought it was cool because it was Superman flying around beating up things. But
I've seen complaints of people that are like, "Oh, I didn't. There was no origin story." So like my wife, who doesn't know anything about Superman, like she left the movie still asking like 20 questions about like, "What's Krypton?" And I'm like, my wife doesn't know anything about Superman, and she didn't leave dumbfounded by the movie. I'm like,
yeah, that's like a pop culture thing. Like I feel like you should just know.
Yeah, and I was like, and if she was confused, that's where it's now my job as the person who has the knowledge to help educate her. Like, let's go watch the Superman cartoon, or like, here, read some of my comics.
Exactly. Like I don't watch The Walking Dead. I don't watch Star Wars, but I understand like the pop culture references. Like I know who Negan is. I know the Bat. I know the zombies. I know Star Wars, Luke. You know, Vader. Like I get all the pop culture references. I feel like Batman and Superman's origin are just so important in pop culture that you should just kind of like. Same with Spider-Man. Like, you know, he was bit by a spider. That's his origin.
Yeah.
Batman's parents were killed and he became Batman. That's like just pop culture references that I feel like people should know.
Yeah, I agree. Do we have any other points we want to touch on before we move into our comic book movie draft?
Ooh, we're doing a draft?
We're doing a draft.
Don't tell me about this.
I should have let you know.
Yeah, no preparation whatsoever.
It's okay. I don't have anything prepared in my mind either. I have maybe a couple ideas that I hope no one else takes, but we'll see. So yeah, should we move on to the draft?
I'm down. Let's do it.
All right. So I think we should
are we
each
doing
pick
like a ranking?
not a ranking. You're picking your. We're gonna do 5. You're picking your 5 like favorite or what you think is the best comic book movies, and we can't pick the same as anyone else. So I think.
So if you get taken, you're done.
Yep. So yeah, if someone gets your favorite, sorry, it's kind of lame, but yeah. So let's start with let's go Brandon, and then let's go Caleb, and then Clearwater, and then we'll go me.
And are we doing Snake? So. Snake draft.
Yeah, well, let's do Snake draft, and then I will write them all down as well.
So what does Snake draft mean?
Basically it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, like the draft picks.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm first.
Yes, you are first.
Okay, I'm going with not only my favorite movie of all time, but my favorite comic book movie of all time. I'm going with The Batman.
The Batman. I knew that was gonna be your first. I saw your ranking video yesterday of your favorite movies.
Yeah.
Good list.
People were hating on me because I didn't have a movie pre-2005. I was born in 2001. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, I think it's valid. All right, and then Caleb, what about you?
I'm gonna have to come in hard with Spider-Man: No Way Home.
All right, that's a good one. And then Clearwater, what about you?
So I would have gone to Batman, but I'm going to go with my next favorite, and that's my top 10. This might be crazy, especially with this entire conversation we've had, this podcast. I'm going Watchmen.
Okay.
That would be my pick.
Good pick. Good pick.
Yeah, I'm going Watchmen.
I'm going to have to go Into the Spider-Verse. I think that, or no, I don't think, I know that is my favorite comic book movie of all time. It's too good.
I think it's
I have
better
a
than
question.
Cross.
Before we continue further, are you allowed, like, again, if you pick Into the Spider-Verse, could I say Across?
Yes.
Or are we just leaving it?
Yeah, no, you could.
Just so we're quicker further.
Brandon, did you say Into was better than Beyond, or did you say...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I totally agree. Totally
I
agree.
think Across was low-key kind of overrated compared to Into.
It is. I totally agree. It's
agree.
really good, but it's not like perfect like Into is. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Oh yeah, my turn again. I'm gonna go Endgame.
Fair.
It's my next pick. All right, Clearwater, you're next.
That's a
I'm
good
gonna
one.
go Infinity War. I think that is textbook one of the best comic book movies ever made.
Definitely is.
Y'all are taking a lot of good ones.
Is it Caleb? Yeah, Caleb's next.
Don't put them in your mouth.
Has Superman already been said? The new one?
No.
I'm snag that.
All right.
Good
I took
steal.
the Batman, so I guess I'm going the Dark Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dark
I mean,
Knight.
second best Batman movie there. And I don't know. I'm playing to win, so I'm gonna take Spider-Man 2.
Ooh, did you hear they're coming out with the extended cut in theaters soon?
Really? No.
Yeah.
It's not even my favorite of the Raimi trilogy, but like I said, I'm playing to win.
Valid. We are gonna put up our list later, and we're gonna have people vote. So we'll see who has the best list. Caleb, you are next.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna lock in Thunderbolts.
Okay, good pick.
Just the way it touched on mental health and just the entire movie just felt like kind of like a nice little new MCU movie.
Yeah. Clearwater, what about you?
I'm gonna go Captain America: Civil War. That's a solid pick.
That was my next one.
That's
I think
a good
that's
one.
the next move.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Since you went with Captain America: Civil War, I'm gonna go with Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That's my top 3 MCU movies. I'm pretty sure it's too good.
So good.
I think that's in mine as well.
Oh yeah, my turn again. I'm gonna pick an X-Men movie. I'm gonna go Days of Future Past.
So good.
Great movie. Clearwater.
I'm gonna go Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Banger, dude.
Yeah,
I was
so
thinking
good.
that was my next
That was
pick.
also my next pick.
Yeah.
Even though
sorry.
you're picking it now,
You
do you think
said
this
you're
is
going
better
to
than?
win, man.
Sorry, what?
You said you're going to win, so I had to lock in. I knew I had to lock in.
Do you think Guardians 3 is better than the first one?
It depends on the day. I definitely think it's one of the two. I think all three. I think that they're probably my favorite trilogy of all time. Almost.
Definitely. 2's your
Two's
Two's
favorite?
the best. Two's the best.
Crazy.
No,
2, 3, 1.
I don't know, man. It's so hard. It depends on the day, man. Because some days it's
That's
one,
crazy.
some days it's 2, some days it's 3. Because like 3 makes me cry every time. It really does. Rocky
It does.
Raccoon is one of my favorite characters ever, so it really hurts to watch. But 1, man, it genuinely 1. I saw it whenever I was a kid when it first came out, and it was one of my favorite movies I'd ever seen up until that point. And it probably was my favorite movie up until I saw like Fight Club. So it really had an impact on me. So I'm probably gonna go 1 as my favorite, honestly, just for the nostalgia factor. But dude, they're all so good.
They are. They're great. And probably the
I
best.
think they're all
MCU
10 out of
trilogy.
10s, but the first one just has a weaker villain than the other two. So I
That
got
is very fair. I can agree
So
with that.
Honestly, I kind of like Ronan more. Or is that his name, Ronan?
Ronan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than Ego?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I do.
Ego
I
was so
honestly do.
good.
The whole
It's-
scene whenever he realizes like what he did to his mom, like that whole
Yeah,
sequence.
It is a good scene.
freaking
That is good.
Fleetwood Mac starts playing as bro just like chart. Like it's so good.
Yes.
The
It is so
movie
good.
has
It
grown
really
on
is.
me a lot. Like when I first saw it in theaters in like 2017 or whatever, I remember walking out of it being like, this is one of the worst MCU movies. I honestly thought that, and then it took me like
That's crazy.
it took me like 4 to 6 years to be like, okay, this is good. Now it's like a 4-star. I think it's good. But yeah, I didn't like it at first.
I think them playing the chain as they're also walking off the ship after it crashed as well is also such a good song. And Brandy, You're a Fine Girl is one of my favorite songs of all time
Great song.
because of that movie. I love
Yeah.
it.
No, I agree. I did put that on my playlist recently because of that movie. It is.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
It's so good.
It is good.
Oh,
It is good. Caleb, you are next.
I'd say it deserves my top 5 spot, but Logan.
Dang it! Man.
That was gonna be one of
my
mine.
next one.
That was gonna be my last
That
one.
was my next one.
All
All right.
Brandon.
I'm gonna take. So we just talked about. I'm taking Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
All right.
Gotta. And my last pick. I'm gonna take the Joker.
Ooh.
Solid. So good.
I can't believe I didn't think of that. That's one of my favorites. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
The second one's buns, but the first one's really, really good.
I
good.
honestly, I didn't hate the second one. I gave it like a 3.5 star. I thought it was like decent. Obviously, the first one's a 5 star. It's like perfect. But I honestly think people's mind will change a little bit on the second one, like over time. It's gonna take a while, but I think people might turn around on it.
I didn't hate the movie. I hated the musical part. Like, I get it was him, like, his delusions and stuff like that, but it felt like every time it was at a serious scene that I was locked in, they'd break into song and it would ruin it for me.
It does take you out of it a little bit. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, especially the courtroom. The courtroom, it was, like, so intense and then just musical, and I was like, yeah. No.
Yeah. And then
Naga would have been perfect as Harley Quinn, too.
Yeah. And then they killed him off at the end, and then there was the real Joker.
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Very weird choice. Yeah. Caleb, you're next. Your last pick.
I'm gonna for sure lock in Iron Man
Ooh,
2008.
good one.
Cool.
Good one. Clearwater, what's your last one? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm contemplating between two. They're in the same series. So I'm going to go and lock in Deadpool 1. I think that would be the
Okay.
pick to have.
I love Deadpool.
Yeah, I think. Well, I couldn't remember. I don't know which one was more successful, that one or Wolverine. Definitely Wolverine, but I'm going to lock in Deadpool.
It's my favorite, like, comic book trilogy, that and Guardians of the Galaxy.
They're both so good.
Yeah.
Such a good
That's
time.
not crazy to say.
All right, my last pick. I'm gonna go Zack Snyder's Justice League. I am not a fan of his portrayal of those. I know. I'm not a fan of his portrayal of those characters. But when I watched the movie, just the grand scale of it, and just like
It was an epic, yeah.
it's so epic. It's awesome, and
I
I
have
don't
it at a
care that it's 4
5-star,
hours.
yeah.
I don't care that it's 4 hours.
So good.
It's a great 4 hours. It's so good.
I'm with you.
After
I
4
think-
hours. There's a lot of slow mo.
There is
I think
a
people
lot
like
of
to
slow.
throw out that they're like, oh, what's the difference between rating it as a movie and a comic book movie? And it's like, I think that's a perfect example because like BVS, I don't think it's like an 8 out of 10 movie, but as a comic book movie, it's like a 2 out of 10.
Right.
Like as a comic book adaptation.
Yeah.
Same with Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's a 10 out of 10 movie. Like as a movie, it's a it's a majestic masterpiece.
It truly
Like,
is.
But as a comic book movie, like as an adaptation, it's like a 5, 6 out of 10.
I
Seeing Flash, it kills me. Ezra Miller's Flash, not even because of who Ezra is and everything with that, not even that controversy. Literally just how they have Flash written and the way that he acts, it kills me so bad. It's awful.
Yeah.
I honestly was a big
I like-
defender of that movie.
Whereas most movies I go into not liking and they grow over time. Flash, I loved it when I came out of it, and over time I've grown to not like it.
That is my exact thought. I still like it, but when I first saw it, I loved it. It was like a 4.5 for me,
Yeah.
which I know is crazy high for some people. But now it's like
I gave it a
now it's like a
9.
3.5
Yeah.
or maybe a 4. Like I still like it, but like I am a defender of that movie. I do kind of like it, even though the CGI is buns. It's still pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I might be the odd one out here. I hate that movie. I hate it.
No,
God,
that's
I
fair.
hate it.
I understand.
I think it's okay now.
Yeah.
I walked out of it not liking it, but I did like what they had on paper.
Yeah.
They tried to do
I
it,
think-
yeah.
They tried.
Well,
Yeah,
I
what
think
they
there's
were
also-
thinking about me.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good example too of like grading it based on the comic book movie or just a regular movie. Because my girlfriend, who had no idea what the Flashpoint Paradox was, I don't even think she'd even seen like a comic book movie up to that point. She absolutely loved it, and I'm walking out, I'm like, dude, that was fucking awful. Like, I wish I never saw that because it makes no. Why is Batman older? Why is he not just Thomas Wayne? And it would have been fine with Michael Keaton. Why not make him Thomas Wayne?
They should've.
Why not? Why do you have the Flashpoint Paradox without Reverse Flash? It made no sense to me, and I hated it.
And you don't even have to use if you wanted to use Supergirl as Superman in the Flashpoint Paradox, that would have worked too. You wouldn't have had to
that's
bring
fine.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't have had to bring back Henry Cavill. You could have just used her as your Superman in Flashpoint. I'm sure Momoa and Godot would have came back and done the war thing, so it wasn't Zod, and it would have worked.
I didn't mind Zod being there, but I guess whenever you have this story idea of like, hey, I'm going into the Flashpoint and this is what I get, I was so immensely disappointed that it really took me out of it completely.
And then George Clooney at the end for no reason.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, for his tooth to fall out. Like,
it is. Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
All right, well, here, let me read off what we all picked. So, Brandon picked The Batman, The Dark Knight, Spider-Man 2, Guardians 2, and Joker. Caleb picked No Way Home, Superman 2025, Thunderbolts, Logan, and Iron Man. Clearwater, you picked Watchmen, Infinity War, Civil War, Guardians 3, and Deadpool 1. And then I picked Into the Spider-Verse, Endgame, Winter Soldier, Days of Future Past, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. We all had some pretty good lists.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's
all
gone.
pretty heavy. Oh, rest in peace.
Bro said, all right, I'm done now.
Yeah.
Bro took his L.
Well, we are about an hour in, so we could close it off now. I guess would be a good time since Caleb just disappeared. But yeah, Brandon, thank you so much for coming on. Of course, everyone who's watching this right now probably already knows who you are, but do you want to shout out your socials real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's the Cozmik Collector on TikTok. I'm also on YouTube, but I don't really post as much there. But TikTok, Instagram as well, if you want to go follow me there. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for joining us. It was an honor to talk to you about Superman. Yeah, thank you all for watching. That was episode 3. Yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Thank you for watching.